Hi, and welcome to the Radical series. Today we're going to discuss how to be your authentic self. And this is a continuation of last Saturday's topic where we were trying to understand how we can live a regret free life and how we can be true to ourselves. Difficult. So I'm going to ask you a question, that how difficult do you find it to be your authentic self? To be able to be who you are, to be able to express what you truly feel to people around you. And how many times are you forced to portray fallacy, hypocrisy, non transparency? Ask yourself today whether you have the courage and the conviction to somewhere be true to yourself and just communicate what you truly feel. So, when we look within, we realize that there is hypocrisy in us and the degrees will vary. And some of us would sometimes hide what we want to say and want to communicate to people whom we love or people who are close to us. Sometimes we say things we don't even mean sometimes. Even saying thank you or I'm sorry sometimes just is said without really meaning it. Or there are times when you've been hurt by someone, maybe your spouse, mm, your close friend, your best friends. And when they ask you, how are you? Are you feeling okay? It's so difficult for us to constructively communicate our true feelings to them. So, why does this happen? Now, this happens because of various reasons. Some are very unintentional. You don't even realize what you're trying to communicate. Sometimes we do it because we don't want to hurt our loved ones. We feel that if we express ourselves, maybe we will create disharmony. People might get hurt, and you want to kind of avoid that kind of disharmony. So you rather suppress all of it and keep it within you. Some of us don't express ourselves because in alignment with certain social norms. But the major is when somewhere we portray something to mask that part of us which is not acceptable to us. And we feel that if we express that part, we will be rejected by people, we'll be abandoned by people, we will be judged and criticized by people. And because it is so essential for us to be approved by people, we will then portray something else. But interestingly, we don't realize that what you are trying to avoid by masking will eventually be served to you someday or the other. Like if you're trying to avoid the feeling of being not good enough, not being worthy, and you keep trying and masking a different you, it will be somewhere, sometime served to you. So instead of spending that kind of time, that kind of energy, that kind of resources to somewhere mask all of that, it is better to face it and experience it. Because when we are not true to ourselves and we are trying to portray someone else, just introspect. You do not feel okay, you feel restless. There is a discomfort that you feel, and you will go through a subconscious guilt because somewhere you know you're not being true to yourself at the subconscious level, and then you will punish yourself and sabotage yourself for not being in integrity with your higher plan. You can somewhere deceive people, you can deceive the world, but somewhere you cannot deceive your own self. You know the dramas that you're doing, you know your games, you know what you're doing, what you're trying to hide, what you're trying to mask, what you're trying to portray. At least most of us know. And some people who don't know, the best way to know that you're not being authentic is when you have that not so okay feeling about yourself. It's like when you're doing everything and you still don't feel okay 100%. And that is coming from the guilt of not being who you are, and at the subconscious level again. And interestingly we try and not be our authentic self, because we feel that if we are authentic, it can damage the relationship, or you'll get rejected and you'll get isolated. But the biggest damage you do is to your own relationship with yourself. That is a relationship that is getting the most damaged. And then that somewhere reflects, and you don't feel any of the relationships that kind of deep and meaningful. Think about it. So somewhere it's important for us to understand that we are divine and infinite beings that have come into this planet to experience certain things for a reason and for a brilliance. And when we try and reject those experiences, when we try and escape them, number one, we are trying to be a hypocrite with the higher plan for us. Second is, sometimes because we are not able to then recognize who we truly are, we also sometimes miss out on recognizing our true potential. And most of us then start playing a very mediocre one. And we accept that role play of that mediocre one. And that again is being a hypocrite. Hypocrite with your higher consciousness, with your higher plan, with your soul plan. So we need to understand that all of us have come here with a certain theme of experiences to learn and evolve. And rejecting them is not being true to who you are and what your role play and your soul plan is. So we need to be in integrity with ourselves, with our life plan. And the best way to do it is to say yes to life, to say yes to all the experiences that life is guiding us through. Because trust me, and I keep reiterating that it's not the experience that causes the anguish and the anxiety. It's how you respond to that experience that causes the set of negative experiences in our life. So it's time for us to somewhere be in integrity with ourselves. And how do we do that? What could be the first step? So all of you have been listening to me. So the first step is to at least recognize what you truly feel. What are your true feelings? What are your desires? What are your expectations? Who are you truly? And then it's about recognizing it, acknowledging it, loving and accepting it, and embracing it. And it's only when you embrace and accept who you are and what you truly are, not only do you improve your relationship with yourself, but that actually helps in improving your relationship with everybody around you, is because even people then approve of your authentic self. So if we want to really be somewhere more peaceful in life, It's time for us to be who we are. It's time for us to say what we mean, to do what you want, to have the courage to be able to express your feelings truly in a constructive manner to people around you and not suppress it and keep it within. And it's time to be in integrity at all levels, which includes being in integrity with your life plan, being in integrity with your soul plan, your role play. And the ones who are hearing me for the first time might find role play and soul plan slightly heavy words, but eventually, when you walk on this journey with Radical, we will also help you discover your soul plan and role plan and your role play, because you need to somewhere start being easy on yourself and recognize who you are with an awareness that you are here just to play a role as per the soul's choice of the role play. So be in integrity with the role play and just play that role. And even if for now you do not understand these lines, trust me that the soul that is listening will understand this and will help you, guide you for the internal shift. So let us begin with reciting some statements that will help us at least walk on this journey. So settle and close your eyes and recite with me. I archive my need for hypocrisy. I archive my need for hypocrisy. I archive my need for hypocrisy. I archive my need for fallacy. I archive my need to portray fallacy. I archive my need to portray fallacy. I archive my need to portray non-transparency. I archive my need to portray non-transparency. I archive my need to portray non-transparency. I archive my need to show off. I archive my need to show off. I archive my need to show off. I archive my need to be my authentic self. I archive my need to be my authentic self. I archive my need to be my authentic self. I archive my need to be who I am. I archive my need to recognize who I am. I archive my need to recognize who I am. I archive my need to be true to my feelings. I archive my need to be true to my feelings. I archive my need to be true to my feelings. I archive my need to be in integrity with myself. I affirm my need to be in integrity with myself. I affirm my need to be in integrity with myself. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my role play. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my role play. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my role play. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my life plan. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my life plan. I affirm my need to be in integrity with my life plan. And the affirmation is, I graciously accept my authentic self. I graciously accept my authentic self. I graciously accept my authentic self.